23, verse 25. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. What's a hypocrite? It's someone who appears to be one thing when inside they are what? They're another. So he says, woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you cleanse the what? There it is, the outside of the cup and dish. But inside, they are full of extortion and self-indulgence. Blind Pharisee, first cleanse the inside of the cup and dish, that the outside of them may be clean also. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you are like whitewashed tombs, which indeed appear beautiful outwardly, but inside are full of dead men's bones and all uncleanness. Even so, you also outwardly appear righteous to men, but inside you are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness. So what was the problem of the Pharisees, the problem of the Jews? They claimed to keep God's law, to keep God's commandments. But they did not have love. They did not have faith. They had the wrong motivation. They wanted glory for themselves. They wanted God to save them because of the good works that they were performing. But folks, there's another ditch. It's the left-hand ditch. It's called antinomianism. You say, what is antinomianism? It's the idea that you can be saved and you don't have to keep the commandments. In other words, one side of the ditch is where people say, I'm saved by my works, and the motivation of faith is not there. On the other side, you have those who say, I'm saved by grace through faith, and my works don't matter at all. Keeping the law is unnecessary because Jesus kept the law for me, or because the law was nailed to the cross, or because the law was meant for the Jews. Are you understanding the other side of the spectrum? And there are texts, primarily from the writings of the Apostle Paul, that antinomians love to use. For example, Galatians 2 and verse 16. Galatians chapter 2 and verse 16. Here the Apostle Paul says, knowing that a man is not justified, this is important, man is not justified by the works of the law, but by what? By faith in Jesus Christ. Even we have believed in Christ Jesus, that we might be justified by faith in Christ, and not by what? And not by works of the law. For by the works of the law, no flesh shall be justified. So the Apostle Paul says, by the works of the law, no one will be what? No one will be justified. And so some Christians say, see, you don't need to have any works, because the Apostle Paul says that you're not justified by works. But we need to read carefully what the Apostle Paul is saying. He's not saying that good works are not necessary. He's saying that we cannot be justified or saved by those good works. He's not talking about works that come as a result of salvation. He's talking about works that are performed with the intention of God saving us. In fact, another favorite text is Galatians 5 and verse 4. Where the Apostle Paul says to the Galatians, you have become estranged from Christ. You who attempt to be what? To be justified by law, you have fallen from what? You have fallen from grace. So some people, they say, see, the Apostle Paul says that we don't have to have good works. We don't have to keep the law. All we have to do is believe in Jesus. All we have to do is have faith, and we're justified. No works necessary.